Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Hippy Chronicles. I am your host, Hippy. We left young back in 2023. Today we are at Ceremony Cigar and Coffee Lounge, located in the heart of Glendale. I am with the one and only Miss OhMy Boricua, and we're gonna get to know her a bit. It seems like we got a little bit of history I need to be refreshed up on. So make sure y'all kick back, relax, get something rolled up, because this one's gonna be an exciting one. And without further ado, let's get it.
We have some hippies out there, and 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 hippies out there.
Our sponsors here today, we have OhMy Boricua Cocina right here. Brought to you by moi, you know.
This you?
That's all me. And the sauce.
Oh, not
the sauce.
We're going to talk about all this before we get fully started, man. Like she said, not only is this episode sponsored by OhMy Boricua, how do you say cocina?
Cocina.
I can't speak Puerto Rican, but I'm going to
By the time we're done with this segment, you're going to end up talking Puerto Rican.
I was going to say, I'm going to learn today.
Just hang out with me. That's all you got to do.
I got you. But yeah, not only are we sponsored by OhMy Boricua's Cocina, but we're also sponsored by the Herban Cannasseur urban apparel, man. And if you somebody like me who likes to get high and look fly, I definitely consider checking them out. The link is below. They got some loud packs and they got some a little bit more concealed. It just depends on the type of person you are. But give them a follow. We appreciate them sponsoring the show. I appreciate you for sponsoring the show. We got some gas, not only flower-wise, but food-wise. And I got probably one of the most bright, exciting faces in the industry, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I see you, it brings joy to my heart. Not only because you saved my life on multiple occasions, like we say here. If you don't want to die, get you a OhMy, and I mean that.
Trademark, patent.
Your boy almost didn't make it through a few sessions. I'm talking, dehydrated, hungry as fuck, and
a ride.
She pulled up, like needed some weed. I don't even know where to start, but I'm still here, and part of that has to do with you. Aww. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Actually, I've been a very busy woman. I never thought that, like, coming from how I started in the industry and now, I'm like, dang, every night I'm going out, every night, trying to show up, say hello to everybody, say goodbye to everybody at that, save everybody's lives. I'm like the Mother Teresa of the cannabis industry.
That's
quoted by my homegirl, Ajay. Love you, girl.
So you said in the industry, what do you currently do right now?
So currently, you know what I really do?
Yeah.
I actually be cutting hair.
Okay.
That's my adult job, you know. I did do nursing. I am an LPN. I am double board certified. The only thing is, you know, I take time for my kids. My kids are important. They're all under 8. I have 4. As you can see, that's why I'm very busy. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that my kids can remember the times that I was there for their games or there for their shows and stuff like that. So I do hair. I'm a nurse. I cook, and I just started my own food business, started my own little sauce. So it's fresh, it's so freshly made.
I almost fumbled the bag, y'all. I got so excited.
You'd be like, ah!
So what are these right here? Because I call them, what did I call them? So
you call them pupusas.
I'm a piece of shit
Different
for that.
country, by the way.
I'm a piece of shit for that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay because they call us tropical Mexicans. So it's like, we get it all the time, but you know, we tell them sort of, no, Boricua, 100%. So these are pastelillos. They're pretty much Puerto Rican empanadas. My specialties are the OGs, which is ground beef, cheese, and potatoes. I actually do others. I've done Oreo cheesecake, apple pie. I've done a s'mores one. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some flavors, chorizo and egg. Like I even done a breakfast and the sauce for that breakfast was just
That's crazy. And
fire.
You make this sauce from the scratch, right?
From scratch.
Okay.
I go by taste. I don't do measurements, to be honest. So when people say, oh, you need a bottle and get it distributed, it's just like, bro, I just little this, little that, pinky. All right, it's good. Oh no, it's missing something. So it's just more about you're building your flavors, you're using your palate. That's how I grew up with my grandma in the kitchen. For her not using, 1 teaspoon of this, no.
Right.
It's un poquito de eso, un cantito de eso, and then it's just like wafting of the smell. So it's all about how you feel. You're making love to the kitchen, and that's what I love to do, making love to the food.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I keep looking at these motherfuckers like I'm ready to, can I try one? We can eat it right now? I don't want to mess up the display, but I do. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
That's the whole point for it, to be all messy. Ooh. Now, when I eat, I am a messy girl. You're gonna see my face like filled with sauce or filled with food, because it's just like, I don't care. I'm eating. I'm saving lives with it every day. So I hope you enjoy.
All right, well, hold on. While I get into this.
So I'm going to tell you about the sauce as you're eating it. So that sauce is a maiquechu sauce, a Puerto Rican delicacy. So I've had people come up to me and say, this sauce tastes like cane sauce or oso sauce, but better. Only because of the flavors that I put in there. You got to have adobo. Adobo is literally the gods of spices. If you don't have adobo in your kitchen, I'm sorry, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yo.
So what do you think?
Hold up.
Speechless.
I'm trying not to be greedy on camera, but this is phenomenal.
Thank you.
The meat in here is perfectly seasoned. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not a big potato fan unless it's in like French fry form. Everything is blended together well. The potatoes, like you can't even notice that they're there. And this sauce, I'm about to tell y'all right now, like if we're ever in the same area and we got this sauce together, like you gotta have your own. Cause I'm double dipping, I'm triple dipping, I ain't sharing with you. These are fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not even
I worked
gassing
really
that.
hard on that. I really did. I try to make it where it's like, if my grandmother would try this right now, she's either in Boston, Puerto Rico at this time, but if she ever tried this right now, I hope she'd be proud, because that's what I started. In daycare, I would be in daycare because my mom would be like a single mom most of the time with me and my sister. I would be in daycare with my sister. She'd be playing in the kitchen, play set, or dress up. Me, they always had where's OhMy? She's in the kitchen with her abuela. Me's just sitting there watching her because she was the head chef.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Now
for that
these
place.
taste like love. These taste like love. You see, you said you got a family married, right? I would imagine. I bet these got a big play in that.
I'm trying to fatten him up, but he just keeps staying skinny. So it's just like,
hey, I understand it. Us skinny folks, we can eat all day and it's not going nowhere. But Buddy had one of these and was like, yeah, I gotta get that right now. Like he's sitting there watching this, rubbing his belly like, yeah, you right, King. You right, King. Like, yeah, nah. These are phenomenal. Now, are these like...
I'm like, hold on. Cameraman needs to get some too.
Oh, yeah,
Don't mean to bust in here. Eh.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that, because these are special, bro. It's almost like a beef pie.
Beef pie.
I don't know why like, I don't
I
even
think
know if
in
that's
some
a
other
thing.
cultures they just say like Samoas or something like that. Probably.
Maybe they call them like
samosas?
beef patties or something.
Or beef patties, yeah.
It's official,
It's good.
huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a thumbs up.
You got a thumbs up from the cameraman. It's definitely on point.
See, I like to take care of everybody. Like that's the one thing about me. It's like I don't see hate in people. Like, yeah, there's some dislikes, but it's like I could still be friends with an enemy. Like I could still sit in the same table as you. The one thing that I'm a Sagittarius at heart.
Right.
I could literally be in the same room with you and just not acknowledge you at all. I could have a conversation with the next person. You're involving yourself in there, but I'm not even acknowledging you. I'm just, that's how I am if I really have like that problem. But other than that, I'll still say hello, still say goodbye. At the end of the day, it's all about love.
Right.
That's how I see everything, about amor and love.
Right, and I mean, speaking of like, you've had some trials and tribulations throughout the cannabis industry, right? You want to talk about like how you got your start in the cannabis industry?
Oh, funny
We don't have
thing.
to get into crazy
No,
details.
not at all, not at all. No, that could be wait until I have a book or something to tell all, who knows. No, I actually started off with an event company, Tribe Culture, loved it. I started off working as a brand ambassador. What I really loved about it is that they had events where I can actually smoke, feel comfortable. I don't really like drinking. I did have a DUI in the past. Wasn't really my intention to have one, but it was really scary to the point where I blacked out. Didn't know what happened. But I did my duties, took care of my stuff. And by the way, you guys, first DUI, be good for 6 months and you can get that out quick instead of the year. So I did that and here I am today. So I found that they had events and I was like, yes, I want to do this. So I did it. It was so much fun. I enjoyed it. The first one was the nightclub. So much fun. And I was like, I really want to do more of this. People were so nice, free product, obviously, but it wasn't all about that. It was just the way that people were together. Mm-hmm. No fighting. You don't hear no gunshots. You don't hear no people like fist fighting. Like there's no confrontation at all. So that's what got me to love more about the industry. And then doing the behind the table and behind the scenes, talking to people and, you know, pretty much marketing, like I ended up being more about, I care about you in this industry. Like, forget the companies. Like, how are you doing today? Like, yeah, no, you don't need to give me product. Like, I'm here to talk, to say hello, because I know how it is being behind the table for hours and not, you know, may have a quick break or not.
Yeah.
But then after that, I decided to go on my own venture. So I started the Adventures of OhMy.
Yeah.
And I was everywhere. Oh my God, like, you know, I still have love for Trap. I don't work there anymore, but I still have great relationships with the team, you know, especially with the CEO. I love her to death. She's an inspiration for women being in the cannabis industry, taking names, you know, just like the marijuana mama. Like, I love Harissa. She's amazing too. So that got me to do, like, with food, I would make food one time at a Cannatainment event, and I was like, you know, the owner of the place was like, you're not supposed to do that here. I didn't sign up for this. And I was like, okay, so whatever I made, I gave it to the vendors. I gave it to the vendors, and you would see Best Buds made a video. She over here feeding us, like, look at this. This is amazing. And then that's when my kick up started, like, people seeing about what my food was about.
Right.
And next thing you know, I was like, I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna do more of what Puerto Rican food is, because you don't see that here. You don't. I mean, yes, there is some, but there's no, like, huge advertisement for it.
Right.
So.
Now this shit is.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best not to call it shit, because
Trust
one
me,
time I called somebody.
I've had somebody finish 2 dozens. I'm not kidding you. Like, I literally, like, and I do orders. Like, I do orders all the time, and people order. Like, it's very addicting. Like,
Right.
very addicting.
So, hold on. This motherfucker's smacking.
Exactly. See, and that's what I aim for. I always love people's feedbacks. I want to make sure, like, and it's funny, my husband's the taste tester, so I'm like, all right, papi, how does this taste? It's good, but it doesn't have that kick. And he knows exactly when I know. I'm like, all right, add a little more of this, a little bit of that, stir it up, give it like 2 minutes. Next thing you know, here you go. Yes, exactly. So I don't, like, if I know there's something missing, I gotta have a second opinion, just in case, because it's all about what the consumers want.
Right.
You know, and I do vegan food too.
Okay.
Now, vegan food, it's crazy. That's the one thing that I love to not make. I hate making vegan food, but when I started to master the flavors,
Yeah.
and I started trying it, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the texture, but when I'm sitting there and eating and chewing it and wafting that taste, it tastes exactly like the regular ones. And I've had people who are vegan who said so themselves too. So that's something different that I do, because not a lot of restaurants that I notice don't have that option. So I do. Even a vegan sauce too.
Wait, is this sauce vegan?
This one's regular, but the one with vegan will say vegan. And what I
Okay.
use is a plant-based mayo.
Oh, I see. I see.
And honestly, I tried it. You can't, like, you can taste somewhat of a difference that there's no egg in it for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still mayo, and I've had both sauce, still the same.
Okay.
Still tastes the same. So I kind of, you know, did a little thing here and there about it.
No, you definitely did your thing. I ain't even gonna hold you. I real quick though, I mean, this might not even be real quick. I want to circle back, because you know you got a very large family and you're a very busy person. So like, how do you balance the two? Like being there for your kids and then also, you know, your many ventures.
So let's just put it this way. I grew up without having my mom around all the time, because she would always be working. So I changed that. I did make a huge sacrifice on pay cut for sure. And also a little mental health break because I did work through COVID too. And that was really, really tough. And I was pregnant as well at that. So it was just like even more insane.
Yeah.
But I managed it. I was good to go. I ended up getting COVID after the fact, you know, when I got the shot because it was mandatory. And then I ended up getting after that.
Food good, weed good, everything good, shit.
Right. So I decided like I would take more handle of my kids' schedules. Luckily, Great Clips is very flexible, so they let me do whatever I want pretty much per se, and I'll give them my availability.
Right.
But I always make sure that my kids are my most important thing, kids and family. Event-wise, they're all monthly basis. So it's like you already know exactly what day they're gonna be coming. Sometimes there'll be some pop-ups of like random events that come on, but like, you know, I try to make sure I keep updating on my socials just to kind of see what's up and take time for that.
So I know we're kind of all over the place, but that weed and that food, it's just got my brain going crazy, and I'm trying to reel in.
You know, we
hone
had
in on
27 different personalities here, so, you know.
That's crazy. I don't even want to think about that. My question has been to you, and you don't even have to like get it, or my next question, I'll say, you don't have to like dive into it deep, like too deeply, but you know, I know you face some tribulations in the industry, right? You know, some obstacles and shit. Do you want to talk about like some of the challenges, or even if it's not some of the challenge, like just what you see commonly and what you experience? I hate saying this like as a female, but I really truly do believe like the male and female's experience, whether it's in business or in life, is different. And I'm definitely like just talking to a lot of successful women in the industry. You know, you start hearing about what they gotta go through, and you know how like they're not taken so serious. So like I just wanted to see if there's, you know, like you want to talk about some of the challenges you faced and how you've overcome those, and how you've, because you're one of the, like I said, you're one of the most positive people I've met, right? And for some of the things we've talked about off air, some people would just say fuck it, like I'm just gonna go back to my 9 to 5, commit to that, right? So like, how do you continue to thrive and be that positive light? I don't want to say in a dark industry, but in a dark situation.
When I left, that's my darkest day, when I like feeling the anxiety and the scared of feeling of who am I?
Right.
Who is OhMy? Who is, well, technically my name is OhMy, you guys. It's OhMy. I get a lot of people asking me, it's OhMy, O-M-Y, but I go OhMy because, you know, OhMy, OhMy.
That be fucking me up sometimes too, because I be saying both and I don't know if I'm right.
So
or wrong.
I say hello no matter what. Even if they say, oh yeah, I'd be like, wepa, let's go.
I said, what's up, OhMy? And you were like, oh my. And I was like,
no.
I said it vice versa, and I swear to God, you corrected me. And because I wouldn't call you nothing different. It would either be OhMy or OhMy. And I swear we were at an event.
So my real name is OhMy Lynette.
Yeah, I ain't
OhMy
saying,
Lynette, if you want to go very proper, OhMy Lynette. But it's OhMy Lynette.
Okay.
But I go by OhMy. Yeah. That's probably what it was.
We're doing the OhMy because I don't want to die.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Only 2 people. When I get in trouble by my mama and my godbrother. Those are the only 2 people that actually says my full name. I personally would love to have my full name, but it's okay. OhMy is just fine. But in my darkest days, that's when I started leaving. I was like, who the fuck am I? Like, what am I gonna be doing? A lot of people really loved my character. They really loved how I'm so bubbly and everything. So I kind of went along with it and started doing more of like the videos, you know, and kind of linked them up together. I'm not really good at it, but apparently people love it. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep fucking going. I'm going to keep progressing out of it.
I mean, yeah, you got to start somewhere. A lot of people, I think, okay, so I was recording, and I'm not going to tell people what I'm getting into because I want you to see it first. But like, I was recording a video yesterday, and my dumb ass, I had the mics plugged in, but I had them on mute. Like I had it on mute, so none of the audio got recorded, just me talking. But like one thing I was really talking about is like we need to normalize, I wouldn't say having doubt, but not being comfortable with something.
Having
that
confidence
way
of it.
Or still having the confidence, but like saying like, okay, I'm not comfortable with putting this out because like, dude, that's just gonna make you get better. Like then you'll take that back and you'll dissect it and you'll be like, what can I do to like improve it before you put it out? Or you put it out and you get the feedback. But I think what people are scared of is like failure, or maybe not failure, not just failure, rejection.
Like all the negativity by it.
Not getting a certain amount of views. And it's like this, yo, if you're solely creating content for the sake of views, you're already failing yourself.
Yeah, no, it's more than that. You
should, like, I'm gonna always quote this man, Stan Lee. The reason why Marvel was so successful was because Stan Lee started writing comic books that he enjoyed reading as a child. The editors were trying to push an agenda on him, and when he was trying to follow that agenda, the comic books weren't doing too hot, and Marvel almost went under. Like, there was almost no Marvel. But when he changed his approach and started creating comics that he enjoyed reading as a child, like that's where we got the Marvel we see now. Same thing Gary Vee says, like if you're creating content just for the sake of getting views, you're failing. Like create content, because you enjoy it, and create content because you're gonna enjoy looking back on that. And honestly, man, like the success on Instagram is not real. Like it's not real, dude. Like what you're doing every day in real life is really what's going on. So I was encouraging people to like make it normal to celebrate wins. I think the most common thing we're seeing on social media is people making it normal to talk about their sad stories and become successful off that. And like that's their, like I would never try to tell somebody how to make money, but like I feel like normalizing negativity and like people's lows are just, it's just gonna become common. Whereas like we need to start normalizing celebrating small wins, like very minute wins, bro. Like let's say you got, you work at a call center and you need to hit a certain amount of calls today, right? Like set yourself to achieve maybe 5 more than your normal, right? And you go out and you hit those 5, like bro, celebrate that. Like go smoke something cool. Like
small wins are
you know
always
what
the biggest impacts.
Because that's gonna keep pushing you forward. Like a lot of people look for validity from others, and I'm guilty of that. Like even from close loved ones, and you're probably not gonna get that 100% of the time. And if you're like me, that shit affects me. That shit hurts. But then I go back and I tell myself like, nah, bro, like you really did that. Like you really went out and you achieved that, and you need to give yourself a pat on the back. So I'm trying to really push the agenda on just like normalizing positivity. I know there's people out there that do it, but like again, maybe it's just my timeline. Maybe because I was going through such a sad time in life that now my timeline is just like, here you go, bro. Here's sad videos. Here's people just like talking about, oh yeah, like, you know, I don't know. I don't even want to go into it. But at the end of the day, back on topic, we need to normalize positivity. Keep your OhMy in hand, because I'm telling you, if you feeling down, like just seeing you is just like a breath of fresh air.
That's what it is. I see it, because I used to be like that, where like I was the awkward kid, the big girl, you know, but I was always with a big heart, no matter what.
I ain't gonna lie, your energy, like,
and I can be crazy.
I was gonna say, like, when we first met, I didn't know how to reciprocate your energy because it was so like overbearing. Like you have to have a big cup to receive that energy. Like you have to be ready for it, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, it's like I always got a wall up, you know. Because like I know that what I'm doing gets seen by a lot of people, and like I just feel like I gotta keep my guard up, and I don't like it, but like at the same time, like it's crazy out here. But
you know, it is still okay to have your guard up.
Right.
You know, it's always okay. You know, just
yours
a
wasn't
thin
like
line.
yours wasn't like threatening though. It was just like, damn, like that's a lot. Like,
was it the time for Cannafest? Was it that one?
I can't, like, honestly, I can't remember the exact moment.
Because that's when I first like officially.
Because we have history. We went to school together, and I didn't even know that.
That's crazy too. We never had like had a conversation, nothing.
The only reason why I knew you weren't bluffing, because you name dropped my little brother. And I don't talk about him in public. Like, none of the, like, people wouldn't really know my little brother by name.
And it's my sister, too.
Right.
Like all of us.
So that's crazy. Like, we're home.
Yeah, this is literally home, technically, even though I'm from Boston. But, you know, this is definitely home. Look,
man, my barber need to give me, I got this nose hair that's just been fucking with me. So before we wrap up here, because I know we got a little time crunch here soon, just for me, because.
Mm-hmm. No, you're good. Hey, you important. We all important these days.
No, I'm telling you, like, I really want to get crazy on this food, but I don't want to do it on camera. Like, I'm trying to get
that's what he's really trying to do.
I'm trying to get freaky with it with this food.
So my food gives you aphrodisiac vibes. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It gives me something. I feel like I need to be laid up with a brewski eating these. I feel like it's almost criminal to be eating these alone, but here I am. I mean, I was sharing with the guy.
I was gonna say, damn, like we just chop liver, like damn.
No, you right. I'm shooting my shot out here. I'm just playing. Maybe. Anyway, let me get back in. So before we wrap it up, I just want to ask, what do you got in store? What do you got coming up?
So I got a couple events coming up within like the next month. I am doing a little more of my sauces because people have been asking. So I do have my
Stoner brain.
Stoner brains. I do have an Instagram, which is OhMy_Boricua Cocina. If you go to my page, it's linked up there too.
Okay.
You can always DM me for any special orders. I do deliver, you know, because I do understand how sometimes, you know, you be at work, you hungry, I got you. It just depends on availability though, if I'm able to or not. But, you know, it's always good to just hit me up.
Right.
You know?
Listen.
Yeah. And
go ahead. My bad.
And at the end of the day,
I was gonna fucking go crazy.
No, it's okay. He's just gonna take that shit and go.
I was gonna say, cause I don't know if you guys keep up with the gas pass, but if you don't, you should start. But if you do here, if you were to ask me if these are stamp worthy, absolutely. Like, I'm not just saying
You're gonna
that.
need a stamp. You need a stamp that says that.
I actually look. I got the animation, the animated. These are phenomenal. Like I said, the texture on them is great. The flavor and the sauce complements it.
You can actually put this sauce on anything, believe it or not.
You can't trademark that, but I would fucking. We're gonna figure out how to play with words to do that because maybe you could do it. Nah, you can't. Fuck you, Frank's. Frank's Red Hot. We're not gonna give him that big of a plug, but I feel like you could put this more on anything than that, motherfucker.
Ooh.
You don't do spice?
I don't do spicy.
Thank God. That means I could eat everything you make, cause
I'm
not a big spice fan. I'm not a big spice fan.
People look at me and they're like, I'm like, bro, we don't do spice. We're not Mexicans or like, you know, other Hispanic cultures that thrive on spices. Like, I sweat like a bitch. Like, I cannot. I can't.
You and me both, sis.
There's only certain, like, you know, times where it's like, I have to do the sauce myself. Like, if, it just needs a little kick, but I know exactly what kick it needs type of thing. But yeah, no. So you'll be good. But people ask me, they want that to be spicy. One of them wants to have it as a infused. So you never know. There's going to be some future plans.
Okay.
Definitely. I'm not going to say too much about it because at the end of the day, if you say it, you're just saying it. It's actually better when you do it because then it shows. Say what you say and mean what you say.
Right.
But do it is what's the most important part of the project.
That's why I love you.
I love you too.
Do you have any, before we ride out, shout outs you want to give? Now is the time.
Shout out
Look dead right there. Let them know.
Shout out to my babies. Shout out to my hubby. Shout out to, let's see, myself because, you know, and it's not selfish to say that, by the way, because at the end of the day, we're the ones who put in the work. We're the ones who put that step forward. Our hands are putting on there. And to love, like, you know, all my girls, everybody, just everybody. Everybody. Shout out to everybody because y'all are amazing. Shout out to the fucking cameraman because he's putting work, that's for sure. And to the ceremony lounge, we appreciate you.
In the heart of, shit.
Sorry, I kind of shortened the words. It was too long for me to say at the moment because I'm high, but, you know, we're here.
Well, I gotta say this. I gotta get it right. Look, man, I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors again, the Herban Cannasseur. Make sure you give them a follow. The profile and the link is right here on the screen below. Like I said, we stamp it over here. Another big shout out to our sponsors, Sweeto, Torch, Phoenician, and then the lovely OhMy Boricua Cocina. If you're not following,
you said it right. I told you he's gonna be Puerto Rican by the end of the show.
Hey, mami. Hey, ven. How do you say?
Ven pa' acá.
Ven pa' acá. Ven pa' acá. Baby.
I love this shit.
Listen. If you're not up yet, get with it. I don't want to say get lost because that'd be disrespectful, but please get with it. These are phenomenal. I mean, bro, like, catch her at an event and get you a sample. I don't fucking know. I don't know what more you need, but these are delish. They get my pass. Cameraman say yes. The world says yes. What more do you fucking need? Listen, I appreciate you. If you did not know, you're actually my first guest of 2024.
Oh my God, yes!
Correct. I was going to save that for the end because I didn't want you to be like nervously crazy. during this, but I appreciate you. You know,
I love how we
move
made
this around.
the time to work
Yeah,
this
we
out.
moved this
I really
around.
did. It was very, very sweet.
And it was worth it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys give us a follow at the Hippy Chronicles. Hit that like, subscribe, and follow button. And I'll catch y'all here on the next one. See ya!
Adios, mi gente.